How would it be for you down the stairs? Tell me about it.
I see an opening.
An opening.
An opening in a mountain.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know the word in English for the höhle, so it is a long way and it is dark, but there's something in.
Okay.
I'm absolutely curious, but not angry, anxious.
Mm-hmm.
Just it's like it's calling me to go inside.
Okay. Very good. Go there then, if it calls you.
Now I go inside and I notice that it's not as dark as I thought in the beginning. The walls are a bit shining, only a bit, but it's enough to walk safely.
Very good.
The round opening, so the walls are carved or maybe naturally like a tube.
Great.
A bit wet under my feet, the stones, the walk. And it has this smell of of such a place.
Can you see your body where you are or feel it?
Yeah. Yeah.
How is it?
Heavy. Really heavy. Strong. I'm a dragon.
Wonderful. Do you feel more of a masculine one or feminine one?
I'm a feminine dragon. And I'm setting my feet, my claws really strong on the ground, and I feel that where the beginning is of the tail is like hanging down to the bottom and just slipping over the ground. But it is not hurt by that. It's just a normal feeling, I think.
Okay.
It's so
Yes.
so majestic, like when you see a bride having this long veil behind that is lying on the floor by the walking. So it is his tail or her tail just coming around behind.
Okay.
Majestic is my feeling.
Yes. Okay, great. Would you say the body is made of skin, scale, or anything else?
Yes, it's a horny scale, but irregular, not
Yes, not even.
yes, no special pattern, but irregular. There are crusts, and there are in between soft lines going in between these crusts, and this crust seems a bit like a broken horn or something like that. Maybe you would call it scale. I don't know. Maybe I'm not good in English to tell.
Okay, that's fine.
But it's yes. I did not expect the the skin so dense, so hard and protective, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and movable,
Mm.
also movable.
Okay. Would you say the skin is rather fair color or dark color?
Mm. It's a reddish brown,
Mm-hmm.
and it's in the dark, so it might be a different color if I imagine it in the wild, in sunshine.
Mm-hmm.
In sunshine, it could be a bit um, purple red,
Mm.
more purple red, yeah.
Okay. Do you have wings?
Yes.
Mm. Of course.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah, and they are able to carry me.
Mm.
Others than mine, I do in felt.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Does your body feel healthy? Sorry, healthy.
Yes.
Mm.
Yes.
Mm. Very good.
Strong, healthy, and I'm walking, or I was going on walking
Mm-hmm.
down.
Okay. Do you have any
Maybe
sen-
I'm coming home.
Maybe you're not alone, right?
Maybe I'm coming home.
Ah, coming home. Sorry.
Mhm.
Oh, okay. Let's go there then to see how it is at home.
Mm. I hear some roaring before I
Mm.
come there.
Mm.
I'm not alone there. Um, uh, Maybe we are a family or a tribe,
Mm-hmm.
because I see we are a minimum a dozen
Mm.
of dragon,
Mm. Okay. Well.
and they have different colors.
Mm-hmm.
So
Are they all the same size as you?
no, there are also some little ones,
Mm.
and even in a corner there is a nest with two eggs,
Mm.
dark eggs with horny sprinkles around, like my skin, but a bit less
Mm.
dense.
Okay. So is there a dragon that calls you more than the others? Just inspire you?
Yeah, yeah. But I'm a bit shy
What does he look like?
because I have to be careful. It's a golden dragon. It's a yellowish, shiny gold,
Mm-hmm.
and he's the most beautiful dragon I know. I'm in love with him.
Mm. Is he more like a male or female?
Well,
Male. Okay. So who could he be for you? Do you think you have a link with him?
he's my mate,
Mm.
my partner.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm still in awe of him.
Mm.
I'm. It's not that I take anything for granted as a
Mm-hmm.
relationship. That's not the way we are together.
Connect with him telepathically
Yeah,
to see if he's got something to tell you.
he is greeting me and asking me how it is going because I come from outside.
Mm.
I, I obviously I had to find something out. I'm now not aware of.
Mm.
He asked me about.
What do you want to tell him then, as an answer?
Oh, it was a flight to look if everything around is in order to protect our home, and if there are no enemies around or nothing unusual around. It was just we all have to do this duty. There's one out and looking for our safety.
Okay.
I tell him that nothing special happened. It's everything.
Okay. So this place where you are there with the other dragons, is that where you live?
Yes, we live here since long, but it was not where we originally came from.
Mm-hmm.
We lived not under the earth before. So, so things have changed in this area and we had to go underground.
What happened?
There are different biological entities and they are behind us. They want to domesticate us and ride us, and we don't want that.
Mm.
We love to be free.
So that's why you left that place over there and came to Earth?
Yes, because they were annoying, like insects that give you a stitch and a stitch and a stitch, and you just want to have your your comfort.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But I don't know what you asked the last. Why I came to Earth?
Yes, this is the reason why you came to Earth, because those people wanted to ride you and domesticate you. Not sure if I got it right.
No, that is the reason why we built this home inside the mountain
Okay.
to go out of sight for
Mm-hmm.
them. But we have there before the opening a really big landscape of valley, a big valley, and it is surrounded and protected by high mountains. And because they are not able to fly, we have just our yeah, we are not disturbed. We can
Okay.
live.
Okay. So outside this place where you are,
It's not Earth.
it's not Earth. Okay.
No, it's not Earth.
Yeah, I was going to ask you if there were you humans over there.
Yeah, a special form of really dangerous humans, I would say. They are not looking like humans today.
Mm-hmm.
They they resemble more our skins and our outfit, but they are in the soul and the mind really different because we are absolutely peaceful and they are not.
Mm.
They just want to use creatures for their personal
Mm-hmm.
things.
Okay. So would you say it's been a long time you've been hiding in that place or not?
Yes, a very long time
Mm.
because they occupy the planet.
Mm. Do they know you're hiding there? Well, I mean, some of them know, you think?
They have no intuition.
Oh.
Their heart is closed, so they have no intuition, and they probably believe that they have slaughtered all of us who did not obey.
Mm. Okay. How do you feel about that? About all of this? Those people hiding there?
Mm. It's tragic because we could easily go around together and leave one another in peace. But if the other doesn't want peace, what could you do?
Yeah, sure.
And that is also what brought me then to have different life forms to study how we could find peace even in relationship to those who don't want peace, and what is necessary to do peace. And that is a study I did not as the dragon but as incarnate. But this life is just a relaxing life. It is just to be at home and to feel everything is all right, and you have the loving ones beside you, and you know for so long, so long.
Okay. So that other dragon that is your mate, does he have a name?
It starts with Sigurje, and then it has a lot of syllables, and I can't just not do it in our language.
Okay, yeah, I know. I was just wondering because I always ask name only for the session, so it's easier for me to talk to them.
And my name is something like Quintus. What I can't.
Okay, I understand.
It feels like more with a QH in the beginning, and the other more with an SI, Sigur, something like that.
Okay.
And I get aware that it is wonderful that people can't put their name in their language, because then they are safe. Because there are also possible magics done about names.
Oh, tell me more about it.
It's our knowing that we stay independent as long as they don't know our names. Because then they cannot put out command on us, especially on one of us. They can only do in general, and that is not as strong. Because our name, not as the name which is given by birth from the parents of the humanity. Our name is our energy signature, so that is identical. And we only think these names. We communicate telepathically. And so this name is the essence of the being. And only those whom you trust, you should give access to your energy signature. It's comparable in your world with you don't give your signature for a check without knowing who gets the check and what numbers he will put in.
Right. Very good. So your mate, if he's okay with that, I'm just gonna call him mate then.
Yes. Yeah, my friend and
Okay.
partner.
Does he have
He's
some?
so,
Yes, sorry.
he is so strong and so handsome and wow, the most beautiful dragon you can imagine.
Mm. Can you remind me his colors?
Yes, it was golden, yellow golden.
Yellow gold. Okay.
It was the color, and it looks a bit like that because of the shining of the skin. It is like a bit like a blank glass.
Mm-hmm.
So it's shining. So if the light is going on, then it looks like metal a bit.
Mm.
But only a bit. It's also looking like a skin and a yellowish, reddish skin
Mm. Okay.
and brown, a bit brown, and yeah.
Mm. What about the other dragons that are with you over there? Do they have something to tell you?
They are loving me and I love them.
Mm. I know they can hear me, so I would like to ask them and just remind them that we are talking together. So it's like they have a gate open towards us here on Earth for humans. Do they have something they would like to tell us today?
We have lost we as a human,
Mm-hmm.
we have lost our tribal connection, our family connection, and have experienced thousands of years of um, separation, even between parents and children, and that is the opposite from that what I am experiencing now with all those dragons in our home. We are just in love with one another, and if that is something to say, we say it telepathically.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's a pity because it's so a natural feeling of belonging, of trust, and that we all can trust each other. There is no mm, mistrust in any way.
Mm.
Just because we are also linked telepathically, you can't hide uh, ugly thoughts or feelings. It's all open in the whole community. I am like an open book. They are like an open book,
Mm.
and so we just keep one another clean and safe and loving.
Mm-hmm. So that means that if humans here on Earth started to connect telepathically to one another,
Yeah,
peace would be back again.
yeah.
Trust.
You couldn't avoid it
Mm.
because you would see and hear clearly. But
Mm-hmm.
before that can happen, uh, if you start telepathically with people with a lot of shadow to work to do, or with a lot of hurt and angriness, that would be overwhelming and you will throw out of the game.
Mm.
So, so it's also a matter of security now not to be too much telepathic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right.
It would be just too cruel.
Mm-hmm.
Only to be in contact would be cruel.
Yeah.
To feel and listen to what the others think and what they blame and what they are doing. So what we prefer in future as an advice for humanity was that there would build up little communities that could build trust and could build telepathy in that. And then there is this out, maybe that is also like we live, maybe a bit outside and protected and grow strong in this telepathy. That would help.
Okay.
But probably there are too many humans to do that.
Well, yes.
Into remote areas and
Now, but in the moment, I mean, someday I hope everyone can do it. Do you all dragons would have an advice for us, some tips that we can use to develop our telepathic gifts?
telepathy is our natural beingness. It is the layers of experiences must be cleared, and then it is just there. So it's more. Your masters talked about the veil that is between this life and everything else, and if the veil is fading away, everything is there and you are telepathic again. And it's an awakening process, and humanity is really good in, but not the masses, only the few. But they are enough to do it. And they will someday trigger the whole mass to open their channels in a moment. And the danger of that situation is that they then not only have telepathy, but that they can create instantly, and that whatever they think and believe and feel will be absolutely immediately their reality. And that could mean really chaos.
Okay. Thank you. So back to the place where you are inside the mountain. Is there something happening over there?
It's just a quiet place. In this life, I would say it's really boring, but there is no feeling of boredom. It's interesting for me as a human that there is no boredom in that wonderful situation, that they are all caring and loving, and they just do their daily life without so much thought or so much feelings. They are just
enjoying it.
Mainly enjoying, and then go out for a meal and enjoy or drink, and then have some flights outside and have fun in the air flying. And when they are back at home, they just relax and be with one another, and they lay close, and they tease the younger and play around with them.
Okay.
And sometimes they just enjoy to put a bit fire to the walls.
Are your dragons in the same dimension as those humans that are outside? I mean, can they see you as they see each other? Flesh
That
and
is
bone.
quite a good question.
Mm-hmm.
That is a really good question. Maybe we are safe here because they can't see us. They were in our dimension when they entered, but they lost the dimension. You are right. Yeah. So therefore, they didn't find us for so long. Yeah.
So that means that if you ever go outside to have a fly, have a walk or anything outside the mountain, no one can see you anyway.
Probably, but we didn't have this idea before, and we do our protecting service so that all every one of us has to observe the outside and the surrounding for them coming.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe they can't see us.
Mm.
It's new information, you know. I think it's that way. Yeah,
Mm.
you're right.
Okay.
But why do we protect them then? Oh, it's just a custom,
Mm-hmm. Okay.
prepared and to know who is around. There are also other wild animals.
Mm.
Okay, they are not as big as we, but our little ones could be in danger.
Okay. So, what about all those dragons that are with you beside your mates? Are
Mhm.
they like relatives, friends, or what kind of link do you have with them?
We came all from one mother,
Oh.
so we're relatives, and we built a tribe, and we built couples,
Mm-hmm.
and we have the next generation of dragons in the eggs. So it's more like probably when we started this home place, it was only one couple, but
Mm-hmm.
that isn't alive anymore.
Mm. Okay.
It started out the whole, yeah,
Very good.
yeah. So there are aunts, there are uncles also,
Mm.
but no parents of me.
Okay.
I'm in my line the oldest.
Mm. Do you have any dragon babies?
Indeed.
Mm.
Yeah, the eggs in the corner, they
Mm.
are laid, laid by me,
Yeah.
laid by me. And sometimes I go there and give them a bit fire crust, but only a really cozy bit of love
Mm.
and and steam and a bit fire, a little bit fire,
Okay.
just to let them know that I'm around.
Mm.
And their dad does the same. We love them.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
We have an older child, but he is already on his own.
Mm.
He is searching for the few possible mates
Mm.
for him.
So has he left the mountain or is he still here?
He is still here. We have some cousins for
Mm.
him.
Okay. Anything else happening in that place? In that scene?
No, it's everything fine.
Okay, great. Then
Yeah.
just put that.
Oh, I got the information before when you asked about
Mhm.
of the others can see us that we are in the sixth dimension.
Well, thank you for that answer because I was wondering, I was asking the question in my mind actually just before you said it. So,
Mhm.
well, that's telepathy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sixth dimension. Okay, great. Thank you. Fine. So just leave that scene and put that scene behind you and just leave your mind floating and drifting in time and space to another time, another place where your dragons, your guides want to guide you today, where there are information for you, for us. And be there now. What can you feel?
I'm in the same life with the same partner, and we are flying around this globe
Mm-hmm.
then. Because now we were so it's more in the future. We were curious about the sixth or other dimensional thing and wanted to know more.
Mm-hmm.
So we put ourselves in danger in case they can see us.
Okay. So what do you learn by doing this?
Um, it seems that they mainly left the planet. That's what we didn't know before, and we are really happy about that. So there are some places where they mined, obviously some earth or metals or whatever, or salts, and maybe it was not as prosperous as they thought.
Mm-hmm.
There are still some on the surface, but not so many.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good message. So it seems like we can reorganize the planet for us again, maybe,
Wow. Wonderful.
and have a lot of children. And because now we work carefully with the eggs, because our home was so narrow.
Mm-hmm.
It was big enough for us, but not for another 20 or so.
Mm. So how are you going to organize this planet for you now?
If it's real that they can't see us and that will stay, that we can also live on the surface again. We can
Mm.
try that, but we must be careful. But maybe also we are in danger to lose um, our frequency and go down into their dimension.
Mm-hmm. Is
We
that possible?
um, yes, they were falling away out of ours, so why
Mm.
should it
Right.
be possible for us? It's just a very careful consideration.
Mm.
So we will be very careful, and we now make a meeting and think about that we do our efforts together to build one or two other homes also instead, in case we have to leave this one,
Mm-hmm.
because of earth instability that can always be possible, that the mountain is moving or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So our effort in the future will be to build new homes in the mountains, because we think it's a better solution, but then to be more outside.
Mm-hmm. Are there dragons that rather live outside the mountains, for example, near the water or in the sky, near some other elements?
That's very interesting, your question. There are only dragons. There are dragons in the water, there are dragons in the air, but they are, no, they are not like us. We have really material bodies. They don't have that,
Mm.
but you can see them
Mm.
and you can communicate with them telepathically.
Mm-hmm.
And they also have some secret paths through the mountains, through the crust of this planet.
Okay.
But
So,
we didn't have contact so far to them,
mm-hmm.
only see that they are similar looking like we do.
Okay.
But they are transparent
Maybe some
also.
of, yeah, I understand. Maybe some of them are in different dimensions. Is that possible?
Yes, maybe another different dimension to us,
Mm-hmm.
because they have no there is no problem for them when the material is hard. The density doesn't play any role.
Mm.
the density of the material, they can go through the mountain just like a shadow, or yeah, so they don't need tunnels or something like that. They just can go with the wind, with the water, with everything, because they are no, there is no um, what can hold them back materially. They are not material.
Okay, etherical.
Yes, they are purely etherical. Yes, that's
Okay.
the, yeah. So they can just go through everything. But there are a lot. The planet now we see them is full of them. Why didn't we see them before? Wow,
Why is
no
that?
answer. I don't know.
So you and your mates are more linked to the mountain, right? Or some what kind of element?
Um, I'm linked to the earth, and but I'm not only linked to the earth, also to the water. And he is more linked to the wind and the spiritual. Yeah, so he is also our spiritual leader.
Okay.
He is the shiny one.
So he's water and air, right?
I don't know, he's the shiny one. Yeah.
Okay. So can he explain us how does this affect his life, his energies, who he is, being linked to these elements?
The dragons we saw now when we are flying around, we couldn't perceive them because our eyes were not our inner eyes were not open for them before, and it's the result of our of the training for for peace and love. We do teach also our children. So it's about raising our vibration, and then we can see them.
Okay.
And there is a myth that they are our ancestors, and that they wanted to make more and a different impact on nature, and materialize themselves. And that's then what we are.
Okay. So what you said about opening the inner eyes, and that before you could not know about what you learned today, does that mean the session that we do together helped you, dragons, to see differently?
Yeah, yes. So we are at the point in time where we reconnected with our ancestors from different dimensions. That was the experience we were in at that point.
Okay.
And then started a big learning experience, because then we went out and visited them, because we could now see them and feel them and to talk to them telepathically. And then we changed our whole culture to more knowing about the elements and nature, which we love so much.
So, for example, you are more linked with water and earth, right?
Oh, yes.
How do you use it in your life as a dragon? How does it impact on you?
I have a somewhat rocky nature.
Mm-hmm.
It's difficult to explain. I feel very much connected to stones and also precious stones and um, I just love all the kinds of material of earth and I'm just beginning to learn that earth is not earth because that the the little skin of earth that is really fertile is very different and is full of life and so I love studying this life in the ground,
Mm-hmm.
but mainly I just love it, care for it, and um, learn from it.
Mm.
Observe, more like observing. I don't manipulate anything. I
Okay.
take everything as it is, and I love it. Yeah. And I love this. I love okay. I love something in existence, so I can love crystals into existence. I can love um, a rock moving a mountain
Mm.
by by loving,
Mm.
just by loving and caring.
Okay. So it's like it's working by affinity,
Yeah,
sympathy. Mm.
yes, yes.
Okay.
By will, by power and strength. So I concentrate my loving power
Mm.
and and when I have to do with matter, materialized
Mm-hmm.
matter, I always give it the strength it has, and if it gives it back,
Okay.
it's a it's a wonderful feeling of strongness, of stability, of reliability, such things.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
They are like me in that.
Mm.
Yeah, I have the same. mm, the same. I'm similar.
Mm-hmm.
We are similar.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you, as a dragon, do you have any informations on ley lines for Julian and I? How dragons would be related to ley lines?
It's these etherical ones we can now see,
Mm-hmm.
and they have their own paths, and these like roads that they take out of their customs they do every day, or they do uh, in certain time distances, and they just look if they can go through fluently. So the goal is to keep everything fluid. The earth dragons keep the earth connected to other parts of the earth and keeping this strength fluid, even if that sounds crazy, but the strength is fluidly then and transported also as energy. So there is a harmonizing effect of them flying around and just I have the sense that they also love this, that they are connected and that everything is flowing.
Mm-hmm.
Why she, her, he, or whoever, why they are following their path.
Okay.
And if there is a hindrance, then their task is to put this away,
Mm-hmm.
to find a way go around.
Okay.
And the easiest is going with the air,
Mm-hmm.
and then with the water, and the the heaviest or the, the most forceful ways are those of the earth, of the material.
Mm-hmm. So I want to ask this question to your dragon, to whom we're speaking right now, and wanted to tell her or you know that in Europe we have those cathedrals, churches, for example, that are built on ley lines. And today, can we use dragon's energies, you guys, dragon, to wake up those ley lines or work with it?
Yeah, yeah, and it's very easy to do
Mm-hmm.
because it's um, you can assist that there is a bubble forming from all directions that are crossing, and there's the energy there at one point in time comes together, collects, and circles the whole building around, and then goes also inside and clears everything, and then just the whole bubble will stay there,
Mm-hmm.
and all the wrong intentions are just put inside, and humanity can help to build the bubble.
Okay.
Because the ley lines they're crossing, there are dragons in, and they want to flow, they want to be fluid again in that position, but it is the imagination force of humanity that must help, because it was the force of humanity's imagination that put these buildings there in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
So it has to be a joint venture with humans uh, now better knowing, and dragons of the ley lines.
Okay. So we just have to
And they
ask
are
dragons.
identical.
Sorry.
They are identical. Some call them ley lines, some call them dragon paths, but
Mm-hmm.
they are the same.
Okay.
And there are many, not only the main that they know, and where they put churches or something else on, palaces on.
Okay.
And humanity should not allow any new buildings on such crosses,
Mm.
because that always means that the builder wants more power over those who don't build it.
Mm.
It has to be free, and it has to be freed. And
Yeah.
what I see is that I see one building on a crossing, and that this bubble is built in the meditation and imagination, and then from there on, this magic is out of order.
Mm. Okay.
It would help if you put the building away, but if that is not possible, you
Mm.
can take the light.
Mm-hmm. Okay. About Julian, can you tell her what's her own way to connect with you and with dragons? When I mean.
She is longing. She is longing to have contact with the dragons of the elements,
Mm-hmm.
which she couldn't access before.
Mm.
And it is they show up when they want, and when they need her help, they will show up.
Mm.
It's not that she is now different. She could connect, but if she has not the impulse to connect, it is because there is just nothing to talk or
Mm-hmm.
to learn or to do. And if we need her help, we tell her, and we are there until. And she will be surprised. We maybe will write something with her.
Okay. The thing is, if I got it right, that she is, her dragon is an element dragon, right? Water and earth.
No, no, no.
Uh,
You ask what our what we are more on not what you ask, but we are not in that dimension to be etheric dragons. We are material dragons,
mm-hmm.
but we have a connection more to the one or the other side.
Mm-hmm.
So my connection is more, but I'm materialized. So also I have a different task to do than the etherical ones.
Mm-hmm.
So what I told was my connection to is mainly about water and earth, and
Mm-hmm.
that is why we form a wonderful couple, because my mate, he is really fiery,
Mm-hmm.
and he is connected to the air. So we built a complete leadership for our tribe,
Mm-hmm. Okay.
and and Um, it is not since we were now that we also those dragons could connect to their ancestors, and so also Julianne couldn't connect before.
Mm-hmm.
It is now she had made the connection
Okay.
in this life, why why she was flying over this planet and looking what the situation is, observing, and
Mm.
they found it is a wonderful picture. They found it it looked like it would be nature, it would be rivers and clouds, and from one second to the other it was just filled with dragons.
Mm-hmm.
It was filled in the air, full of dragons, not one flying, but full, like a cloud
Mm.
of dragons. And also the rivers was full of dragons, like waves. And also the materialistic world was built out of dragons.
Mm.
So it's like if you see a painting from far behind, it's a nature, it's a landscape. And then you go close and you see it's put out of only these little dragons
Mm.
made of them.
Okay.
And it was only the vision when we had this flight. And maybe it was symbolic because we should understand
Mm.
that we come from them. We have their form. We are just materialized more. We are in a denser reality than them.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously, and that is the information I get now, they
Mm-hmm.
are the builders of the materialistic world. They 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 are the creators of the materialistic world.
Yeah.
Yes, they are
Okay.
the creators. So they are only thought and feeling
Mm-hmm.
and divine spark. And we are the expression in a denser world.
Mm-hmm. So there are dragons on every dimensions then, right?
Yes,
Mm.
yes. Um, they don't materialize on every dimension, but they they are through. They are like atoms. They are like forces. See,
Mm-hmm.
more like forces.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Okay.
natural forces. keeping everything together. Yeah, like
Mm.
that. Maybe it was only this one dimension we had then seen, that it was like a puzzle out of little dragons. Maybe it's that what we have seen was just the force itself, the
Mm-hmm.
forces, or
Okay.
the units of force. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.